is your boy, Brett Biggers here. Welcome to another video, and today's video, we are going to be doing week 9 of the high school series. And before we get into these things, I know, people might be confused. Brett, you could say that I'm a magician in Fortnite. The one month you're there, I'm playing Fortnite, the next minute, you're gone. Listen. I understand. So, let me explain here. I'm going to make a video specifically talking about why am I leaving Fortnite, all right? This will probably come out, I don't think it's going to come out this month. Unfortunately, I'm going to say that right now. It's not going to come out this month. It's probably going to come out May, where I'm officially going to make a retirement video stating on it, which might be more towards mid or late May, where I officially talk about why am I quitting Fortnite and stuff like that. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and I mean, unless like next season is like super spectacular to the point where I really am loving the game, I don't really see myself really playing it anymore. There's just been a lot of stuff going on, and I just don't want to play it anymore. And especially if I go to my space, there's like I have like 68 gigabytes right now, so I don't have a lot. And plus, I want to focus more on Call of Duty and Madden, so it's going to require me to cut some things out, like Fortnite, for example. So yeah, that's kind of the reason. Not because I hate Fortnite. It's just I think it's the best for a financial standpoint. Well, actually, I kind of do hate Fortnite a little bit, but still. But yeah, more on that on different videos. I feel like for the next week now, you're going to get nothing but like public. Like I'm gonna probably upload shorts every week, maybe giving you guys a slint of gameplay or a slint of reasons why and some past memories of Fortnite through shorts. They'll come out once a week. Which so far have done very freaking well. Gotten over 500 with the 2 that have came out so far, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah. Anyway, enough said. Let's finally get into this Madden video. Generated number 1 through 46. Because it's week 9, we get an upgrade. Thank God, because this team is abysmal, and we could use literally upgrades almost anywhere on the roster. To be quite honest with you. Like, seriously, look at the roster right now. It is terrible. What I mean by terrible, I mean pretty freaking bad. Like, Connor's hurt, Chase is hurt, like, just the entirety of our offense and defensive line is kind of a mess right now. And even when healthy, it's a bit of a mess too. So, gotta keep that in mind. So, the good thing is that Connor's out for 1 more week, and then he's coming back. And we also have a bye week coming up, which thank God, because we needed that pretty badly with how many injuries are going on with the roster. But anyway, let's do the number generator and see what position or what player will get an upgrade. So we're gonna generate. Why is it not working here? That's weird. Hold on a minute. Dude, I so badly want to give Carter an upgrade. I just don't know if it's gonna let me though. Get number 19. That doesn't look like an upgrade for Carter at linebacker. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, this is like one of the few upgrades I wish I didn't get. I mean, Brown Miller at safety, it's a pretty decent upgrade. I'll totally take that. The problem is again, he's pretty good as is, and I don't feel like we really need an upgrade from him out of anything. Anyway, next number is 13 here, so that would be 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So Max as the backup gets an upgrade. Not a great upgrade. I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty garbage upgrade. But, you know, if one, Jack gets hurt, at least I have a backup quarterback. And two, sometimes I do like subbing him in as a quarterback. So sometimes that works. But we got number 30. Jesus Christ. 14, 15, or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Max Zillman gets another upgrade. At the quarterback position. Great. Apparently we're going to have some QB battle apparently over here. I mean, Jack is still a starter. That's not a question. But we get number 6. So I got to scroll all the way up now with the second to last upgrade, which is Chase Moore. Thank God. Chase is such a great receiver. I'm so glad we got this upgrade. I'm so happy. We needed a receiver and upgrade. Not badly. Like, Brown Miller's good and all, but I would like to see some competition at the number 1 spot. And then 13 again. Well, I'll re-roll it because we already gotten that number. 44. So basically, it's whatever the third last number is. So I'll scroll all the way down, and it's going to be the third last one. I'm just going to do it that way so we could save ourselves some time here. So the third last one, it is Gio. Honestly, I'm very happy with this upgrade because we desperately needed help on the offensive line. We desperately needed it. So that's all the upgrades. I mean, I kind of wish that we didn't upgrade 2 things of a backup quarterback, but whatever, I guess. Because, I mean, to be fair, Max is, I understand. Backup quarterback is very important. But seriously, look at this guy's stats. It's not good, and it's probably not going to be close to being good anytime soon. So, and, Jack being a 70 overall, it would have been nice if he actually got a little bit of upgrades himself, but whatever. I actually probably should have upgraded his throwing power, because his throwing power is garbage right now. We also could have used help defensively, and Brown Miller was probably the worst possible upgrade I wanted on defense. I could have upgraded Jerome, and I would have been kind of okay with it. But that was probably the worst possible. So now we're going against Detroit. It's not going to be fun with a terrible team that really didn't add any good upgrades outside of, Gio and Chase. Those were really the only good upgrades. I mean, Brown Miller, that was fine, At least he's getting our best player, because I'm pretty sure that's our best overall player, Brown Miller at safety. But still, it's a little annoying. I won't lie. So I also forgot we did upgrade our kicker and punter, so they should be kicking the ball a little bit further now, which is actually a really, really good thing. That's what this team desperately needed, was more kicking power, because our team isn't the greatest on offense, let's say. I am not looking forward to going against Detroit. Detroit, oh my god. See what I mean by why I'm not looking forward to going against Detroit? Already got like a 67-yard bomb to start off the game. Yeah, this is going to be a fun game. Can't wait to play this. So we got Creetfall out for user here. There we go. Got him nice stuffed. Bring around Sam Blitz here, because we already know this is going to be probably a run play. I need to get to the linebacker here. Oh, that's a clear hole for me to reddish him. 3rd and goal. They're most likely going to throw it, if I had to imagine. So, let's send... I'll just keep it the same. 3rd and goal. They get a wide open pass for a touchdown. We had 2 guys there. I don't know why he got wide open like that, but whatever. I ain't Albert Einstein. I can't explain that. The good thing is, though, we did kick off, so that means we do get the ball to start the second half, which is very important. All right. Jerome with the kickoff here. Got it to the 31. I forgot what Jack's stats even look like. I think maybe he has over 2,000 yards. I know he has double-digit INTs, though, for sure. Yeah, he has the same touchdown interception ratio. So he has a 0 in terms of the net touchdown rating. which is not great. All right. There we go. Chase Barber open for the first. You know, with practice with the other team, you know, because I have that different series now, it's a little bit more easier for me to actually like play with this team since this team is way better. Like it's a way better rounded and overall team. Like it's, I mean, yeah, we don't have any crazy players like in that, but oh, that's a touchdown. Brownmiller absolutely hooked him. Brownmiller, the freaking god, freaking cooking his man and making the score. Tie game now. I wish we had a better kicker. I mean, it's not bad. Like he has 70 kicking power. That's not bad, especially with the previous kicker who had what, like, what the kicker in the other series was like what 59, I think. So yeah, but I wonder, do I want to do the same thing like I did in that, where I just randomly generate a number and upgrade random players on the team instead, so I can make the team worse, but at the same time make it more reasonable too. I don't know. I also, I don't remember how the last. No, that was a close game, so I think I might just keep it on pro for a little bit, but I might just decrease some of this up with the slider though. Counter. It's a play action. Oh my God, Sam Laporta's just wide open. And Bramler still could have catched this, but he's our best player on defense. So it looks like this is probably going to be an offensive game, which I don't know how I feel about that because we don't really have the greatest offense in the world. And I also am prone to throwing interceptions. Like, a lot, especially with how bad of an offensive line we have. Here we go with kickoff. I don't know how he did it, but he got to the 34, so yeah. Carter Melikar, the league leader in rushing yards by 2 yards. By 2 yards, he has more rushing yards. He also probably has the most passing yards, I feel like, with a halfback. So, oh my God. They send it a blitz. I'm going to run the exact same play, because I know that play works. It's just, let's run a curl. There we go. See, I told you that play works. It's just minus the play action part. All right, let's run a stretch. Brownmiller, I hope for a decent block. Same thing with all these left offensive linemen. And Creekfall did not hold his block for at least a second, which was very depressing. All right, come on. Let's get some better blocks on the right side. Oh, yeah, we definitely did, but there's a holding call on the field. And I think it was the center who's Gio here. Like, Gio with the holding call? No, it was Liam. Never mind. Maybe they both hold. I don't know. Anchor driver. I have no idea what this does, or I've never run this play before, but it looks decent, so let's run it. Oh, God. I constantly get pressured. 3rd and 33. That is what we're doing here. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to run this play, but I'll try to make it work. Incomplete. 4 for 33. Ouch. And now we're giving them really good field position, too, which is pretty unfortunate. Again, that is not a fair catch. I don't know why this game keeps registering that's a fair catch when it's clearly not. Oh, he's a QB spy. I'm sending him on a blitz, though. Sure. Running the ball, and he just gets clear space. Yeah, when we're sending 3 guys on a blitz, they, of course, just, break every freaking tackle and get a first down. That's how things work. I'm sending 4 people now on blitz. Counter. and we just completely stuffed that up. That is what happens when you run a fullback. He's sending a blitz. He's creep fall. Oh, he's because Carter's on that side. He throws it away. Kind of a smart move because he was about to get sacked anyway. 3rd and 13. We just need to play 13-yard coverage. Should not be that complicated, hopefully. Yeah, everything's locked. He has to throw it away. Our defense makes a good stop. Now we need our offense to score, and then another good stop defensively, and score a touchdown, and we get the lead. It's just kind of difficult to do because it was our first stop this game. And we get the ball in the 10. That's awesome. I love having the ball at the 10-yard line. Let's run. Let's run fullback dive here. They may not expect fullback dive, which is kind of why I want to run it here. And also Kimball's not that bad, so got 1 yard. Pretty sure we got 2, but whatever. Yeah, we did get 2 yards, but it still says 2nd and 9. Right. Screenplay here. That was just a disaster. Do I try to run a screen again, or I think stick nod here might work. Let's run a slant though with Shelly. Carter can run a flat. We might get open on that. This might be a blitz. It is blitz. Chase gets the first. I knew this was a blitz. I saw their formation. I'm like, bro, that's a blitz. There's no way. All right, let's run the ball here. Let's try to get a little bit of advantage here with the ground game. And after all, we do have basically the best running back in the league in terms of stats. I wish he wasn't doing them overall, though. That would make my life easier. Holy crap. You just saw Creepfall just freaking pancake that guy? Jesus Lord. What a pancake. That was a pure pancake block by Creepfall, which is needed. What? Is that a touch? No. If Gable was a little bit faster, I think that might have been a touchdown, but again, we can only go off mites. Well, that's a touchdown. That's a touch. Nope, never mind. But it's still a big gain of yards by Brown Miller. He kind of just a little bit overthrew that, which is kind of why he had to jump for it. All right, there we go. Carter wide open for a 7-yard gain. Let's run. I'm going to run the same formation we run fullback dive, but instead we're going to run the ball in this formation. Or run it to the halfback. Something that we normally don't do in this formation, and it's touchdown. My favorite that play, actually. Someone me favorite it. Let me go to weak and favorite it, because that's actually a pretty good run play. I ain't gonna lie. Alright. It's about 75% power here, and the kick is good. It's just nice to see that we're actually making decent kicks and punts and stuff now. Well, the punt maybe not so much. I still want him to punt it a little bit further, but kick-wise, I think he's doing a little bit better. I could somewhat see a difference. Man, it is so nice. Looking at the special teams and then looking at our special teams, it is a far cry. And it's actually insane. Oh, it's a screenplay. But good job, Barber. I think broke that up. No, that was Zillman. Zillman broke that up. Okay, Zillman. Another pass play. I'm going to watch this tight end here. They're running it, and he throws it. Jared got the freaking annoying. All right, 3rd and 10. We need to play 8-yard coverage here. So I kind of send it a little bit back. It's an opens drag, but that doesn't get them the first. So now all we need is a field goal, and we get the lead. I'm not gonna call fair catch. Go Jerome! He's close. Yeah, let's run this. I mean, it worked last time. Who says it can't work this time? I just realized Brownler has double me. I did not realize that until now. Do I just lob it up to him? Oh, I wish it was single safety coverage, because then I would just be unfair. Oh, that's double covered up. Dang it. I was hoping like the safety was gonna go away, because that would have been automatically caught if he did. No. Alright. Third and 8, sorry, and I just wanted to get the ball off. Alright, well, now I'm forced to punt it. Not ideal. Not ideal. Alright, now I saw him with the fair catch. That's a fair catch. Right, let's send a fat blitz here. We already know what he's doing. Blitz him. Stretch to the right. There's like nobody there though, but thankfully Kimball, I think, was there for the tackle for second and 2. Do they so badly need to score a touchdown? Or a field goal, just anything. Because we get the ball to start the second half. So I probably should have played more conservative there and probably just played more like a run-heavy offense. Instead of just throwing in like I had. I did. Alright. Texas, everything's locked. Sack, Mike Hansen, 3rd and 8. We already know it's pass, but that doesn't mean that they might not do something underneath. Williams is at running back, so I imagine they're going to probably maybe do something with that at running back. Are they chewing clock? I wanted to put my safety a little bit back or a little bit closer for everything going on. Oh my god, that curl. Jameer drops it. I don't know how he dropped it, but I won't complain. Did it surprise me? Absolutely. I got the ball at 22. Absolutely clutch. Now we need to. I would like to score a field goal. Like, a field goal is really all I need at this point. Carter. What just happened? What was that? Okay, that was extremely weird. Oh. Chase is open. That was kind of a bad throw. That was kind of a bad throw. He had to go closer to it, otherwise it would have been incomplete. So 3rd and 1 here. Hopefully Carson gets open on this drag here, which he does because that's a blitz. And he's just going to get a crap ton of yards. Goes out of bounds. Still not quite in field goal range quite yet, but we're kind of close. I think we passed the 30. We should be in field goal range. I did not mean to press X, but that works just fine as well. Getting 5 yards. 5 yards closer to field goal range. Let's run the ball. It's something a little unexpected here, which is to run the ball. And Liam just doesn't block, so that doesn't really help. And now we're in a 3rd and 8 situation, thanks to Liam's poor blocking. There we go. Carson gets tackled. I think. Are we in field goal range? You know what? I'm going to do something clutch here. I don't think we're quite in field goal range yet. So I'm going to let's run fullback dive. The normal fullback dive. And we're going to just get like a few yards, and then we're going to try to my best to spike it. Like that. That's fine. Damn it. How did it take us 7 seconds to get to the line? Come on. Jerome with the kickoff, or the kick return, and we get down at the 27. Alright. So, I need to play a little conservative here, though. I can't play, like, stupid, because otherwise that's going to not end well. Yeah, I like this. I like this run. 2 yards. Like, I'm trying my best to run the ball as much as I can, but it's kind of hard to do that when you have a poor offensive line, and it's also hard to throw the ball sometimes, and you also get blitzed constantly, and not get any good protection even with the blitz, without the blitz. Carson's gonna get open on the slant. There's no way. He doesn't get open. I wasn't expecting Hanson to throw him on the ground. Otherwise, I probably would have scrambled there then. But otherwise, anyway, 4th and 13. Or 14. Remember when this game used to be an offensive game? Remember that? I certainly do. Now the Lions get the upper advantage. The problem is, their defense has been doing really well. So, let's continue to do that, please. Shift two people to the right. They run the ball a little bit towards the left here, but Carter with a quick stuff. Making that 2nd and 6. Looks like they're going to run the ball again. So let's set a little bit of a blitz. Pass. But we got a lot of pressure, and there's a fumble on the field. That boy Kimball with the sack. Making that turnover. Alright, we're almost about field goal range, so best thing to do here is to run the ball. So we can try to not make a turnover. You know what I might do? I might run weak package and put Max in. Just to make sure that we don't fumble. Like, because Carter has been out there basically every snap. So, yeah, let's do that, actually. So, let's make a coaching adjustment. No. Audibles. No. Flip play. Coaching adjustments, flip play. How do I think I know how, but I gotta go back, so I need to do that first. Okay. Oh my god, Carter railed him. 4th and 1. You already know I'm going for it. Gameplay. Or wait, no. Formation. Coaching adjustments. Substitution there. Matt's in at running back. And I'm going to run fullback dive. You know, I'm running the formation. I run a lot, so it makes sense to... Oh, shoot, that's a turn. Shoot! I thought we were going to get those blocks, but we just got stuffed. I wasn't expecting that at all. Everything's locked. Yep, you have to throw it away. If only if we just get the quarterback a little bit faster, you know? It would be like a big difference, but sadly, we just don't get after the quarterback that quickly. That's a run play. Got that quickly snuffed up, making it a 3rd and 11 situation. So play maybe like 8 yards back in coverage here, maybe 9 yards back in coverage. Looks like I might look for something on the right here, I think. Yep. I'm trying to look for something there. We get a sack. That's your boy. Another sack. What the heck? Well, if I do that in real life, maybe I might play football this spring. Anyway, what is up with our defense? Like, our defense is doing good now, and our offense is just garbage. Another good field possession advantage, and now would be the great time to finally get some points on the board. How does that sound? Wish Brummer was on the outside. Was Square open there? I don't know if Showy was open. I don't really know. Alright, let's run the ball. Let's try to get some sort of yards here. Yeah, I totally get yards on that play if Liam put a freaking block. But no, Liam can't block to save his life, apparently. That's open. That's a first down and more for Chase Barber. Apparently, Liam said, no, I don't like running the ball, so I'll just not block at all. He didn't even block that play, by the way. He didn't even block at all. Right, I'm going to shift. I want to get some good blocks here so I can scroll. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's actually open. Joey gets stuffed at the 1. Really? We're going to run an RPO. And touchdown. Or not. I was literally trying to throw it to Miller, but for some reason the game just didn't register that. Alright, oh. Alright. Despite it didn't register what I was trying to do, I still score a touchdown. Alright. 21-14. Barely, because we hit the camera. 21-14. Alright. Now I got ourselves a nice advantage here. And it almost went very poorly, thanks to Liam. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I don't know why. I just kind of been, out of nowhere, I've been really actually making pressures at the defensive tackle position, which is very interesting. All right, well, that is getting quickly destroyed by Creekfall. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, 21-14. And without Chase, this game would have been so bad, so weak. I mean it seriously. Chase has been a big production to this team right now. That was overthrown. 3rd and 13. Shut up, Melikar. You didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm still gonna play the pass. I'm honestly would be shocked if they're on the ball here. It's pass. Shift to the right. Oh my god. Why did I bite that? Well, that's a sack. What is it? It's me again with 2 sacks. What the heck, man? I am on a roll, apparently, against Detroit. I don't know. I must really hate the Lions or something. I actually don't hate the Lions that much. I don't like the Lions because, obviously, rivals, stuff like that. But I don't hate them. Like, if I had to pick one team in the NFC North to not win a Super Bowl or to win a Super Bowl, and it wasn't the Packers, I'd probably go with the Lions. All right, there we go, Jack. Nice scramble. Getting us some nice yards. Making it a 1st and 10. I mean, no, would I like the Lions to win a Super Bowl? That's a kind of a yes and no question. Like, if we split the series with them and, you know, they win a Super Bowl, that's fine. But if, like, I guess if they also swept the series, that'd be fine too. Alright. That boy Carson. I like the fact you're getting this passing game, like, really going in this game. Alright, there we go. Carter with the first down. No, I have a perfect play here. It's called a running back slip screen. Alright, let's shift everybody to the left. Hopefully we can get some good blocks here. And I just got sacked immediately trying to run that play. Let's run Blake on a slant. See if he could get open. Oh my god. Throw it away. Again, I'll say it once. If it weren't for Creekfall do such a poorly job, that might have been a touchdown. Might have been a touchdown. But no, because I forgot. Creekfall can't block to save his life. Even though he had that one pancake block. That's Just short, 4th and inches. I'm running a fullback dive. You know what? Actually, I'm going to run this play, and Zolman can get a touchdown. I think this might be his first touchdown if he gets it. Barely got it. And that basically officially seals the game. Thank God. That was a kind of... the first half was terrible. I mean, our offense did good, but not until, like, the later part. And then, like... You know what's funny? There was zero field goals this game. Isn't that crazy? Like, even if they go, even if they're in field goal range, they're not going to go for a field goal. That doesn't help them. So, they're probably just going to go for it. Alright. Oh, shoot, that running back's wide open. I missed the tackle. Shoot. Look at that. Kind of doesn't really now make it look like it seals the game here. Cause, oh, never mind. We get a sack. Mike Hansen says, nah, this game's over. Hansen and me both got, I think, like 2 sacks this game, funny enough. They're gonna lot. That's picked. That's picked. Or not make it incomplete. I mean, that works too. Because EA is a garbage company. Alright, 3rd and 23. Send a blitz, actually. Let's send a 5-man pass rush here. Oh my god, he threw the drag route, but we got that stuff. 4th and 5. Jeez, what a hit. Right. Obviously, they're going to run a pass here. This is 4th and 5. Play some press coverage in case they try to do something smart here. And Mike Hansen, with the 3rd sack of the game, officially sealed the game. Oh my god! You saw how quickly Liam, once again, can't block to save his life because he literally missed the block. I mean, to be fair, Kimball should have picked that up, or Gino should have just gotten there faster, but that was your guy. That was right there, right in front of you. And you just let that say, oh, somebody else is going to pick him up shortly. Nope. That's pretty frustrating, not gonna lie, because now, I mean, yeah, it's still kind of game over, especially if we get the first, but I highly doubt we're gonna get a first in this situation that we're in. I'm not gonna try to go for anything here. I'm just gonna make sure that they don't have their timeouts. That's all I'm gonna try to do. All right, let's run this and then run it to the left side here. So I feel like that can get the run. 4th and 13. Good thing is that let's punt it like this. Perfect punt accuracy. Oh my god. Why is like nobody there? Good thing is we got there, at least. Alright. They get the ball at the 24th. They only get 1 timeout, and they have 1:48 left. So if Liam really comes back and bites us at the end, I'm going to be so upset. But that's if our defense chokes, which, with how good they've been playing all day, I highly doubt they will. I was about to say, if he caught that, I was going to lose my mind. I think it was Tilly with the pass deflection, by the way. Alright, so we got a 2nd and 10 here. It's definitely a pass. You already know this. Oh, shit, it's curls. It doesn't matter. That's like a very short pass play anyway. That's probably the shortest reception Florida's had all day. St. Brown catches that and gets out of bounds. That is insane. Alright, now they're at the 30. This is getting a little bit more concerning as the seconds. Just wide open. What the frick, defense? Alright, send a blitz here. We need to get some pressure going. And I'm going to try to use a creep fall here. That's an open. That is not a touchdown. That is at the 2. And they are calling a timeout in this situation. I'm sending blitz. I am sending a fat blitz. I'm also blitzing him. Running back doesn't have any route. That is locked up. Max with the sack. I think he actually had that fumble recovery too, or fumbled, forced fumble. Sorry. And that's a. Who cares? Who cares? You get your pity touchdown. Why are you going? All right. Well, let's stuff this up, boys. There you go. Another sack for Matt Zillman, who is quickly stacking up all the sacks. Oh god, I'm on the hands. Shit. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did they get it? No, we got it. Thank god. I was gonna be so pissed if they got that at the 45. I mean, we probably would have stopped them anyway on defense. But I was gonna be so pissed. Thank god. 21 or 20 to 28. And I don't really know if there's a really clear front runner to player of the game. 17-26, 65 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Carter, yeah, we could not get the ball going at all. Everybody had a 2.1 or lower yards per carry. That's not good at all. That's pretty freaking bad. Receiving, we did a very good job, Chase Barber, especially with 6 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Brown Miller, 2 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Wilson Hill was a very good security blanket. 4 pancakes for Dane Creetfall. But he also did pretty not that great outside of those as well. We did allow 2 sacks during that game, but they allow like 5 sacks. So I'm totally okay with that. Hanson had the most, technically, in 3 sacks, not 2.5. Really, G shouldn't even have that half in the sack, whatever. But yeah, this is a really good game defensively for everybody, basically. And we get 0 interceptions, like I said. But we did get a forced fumble. That was from Matt Nolan. So good for him. So we win the game. It's a blessing that we got this game under the bag and done with. So now we get to upgrade a random player on our team, and hopefully it's something useful unlike the previous one. Let's roll again, and we got 14. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17. Bit Cameron. Ugh, I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's not bad by any means. It's not a good upgrade. I might as well do the bye week as well as week for this video. So the bye week, I think what I'm gonna do is upgrade everybody's play speed by 2, and I'm also going to spin 3 times because we get an upgrade. Or it's a bye week, it makes sense, working out and stuff. So we got number 23, so we get 3 upgrades. So not overpowered. I think it was like 12. That's 15, 18, 21, 22, 23. I mean, I could be wrong, but whatever. We do get Carson now. This is actually a very, very useful upgrade. I mean, yeah, he's the backup linebacker, but still, very, very useful upgrade. Without a doubt. Next number is 43, so it's whatever the 4th last one is. A.J. Dillon got an upgrade. Okay. Max Zillman gets an upgrade. Apparently, we're really wanting a QB controversy because Max Zillman is officially a 68 overall. Next number is 15, so we got to go all the way back up here. And I got to count all the way from 15. So 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Chase gets an upgrade. It's not that bad. I mean, we definitely need help with the offensive line. And the last number is 35. Last one is 35. So, what? This is 13? What was that? Was that the last number, or was it 15? I think it was 15. Or no, that was 13. 18, or 16, sorry. 19, 22. I'm sorry if I forgot or something. 25, 28, 31, 34, 35. Cameron gets another, or not Cameron, Carson gets another. Sorry. Actually, with AJ Dillon, I guess, coming back from injury, I guess I could cut it now, so that's going to help me. I don't know how I feel, though, with him getting upgrades, because that means, like, I don't want to replace Carter as starter linebacker. That's for sure. Do I move Carson to outside and move Dane into middle as the backup? Because I kind of want to start Carter as my middle linebacker. So I feel like this makes the most sense. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So Carson will be starting next week as the starting outside linebacker. And Dane will be playing the backup middle linebacker role. Which I think this makes more sense just because, it's the best man on the field, etc. So we do actually have a better linebacker core now, which is actually really, really important. When Chase does come back, the good thing is now I can finally move Gia back to guard, which thank God, because again, Liam, I am so tired of you. Liam, I am just tired. I'm really just tired. Chase, I will move him back to center. He's probably going to start whenever anybody on the interior honestly does get injured, because Liam, oh god, that was painful. Those missed blocks over and over again was so frustrating. Like, it was not fun. It was not fun. Not fun at all. So next week we are going against the Chicago Bears. I think this should be a very easy game for us as a team. So I think this is going to be a very easy game for us, at least. But yeah. But anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.